Yeah. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Happy Friday. That's what I'm talking about, Cowboy Nation. It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, here on YouTube. Y'all know what it is, the place where y'all can find my raw and uncut emotion about the Dallas Cowboys 24/7, 365. What's going on, Cruiser Cruz, Michael D, Kelvin Hicks, yeah, Raymond Salas, what's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all living tonight? I had to go live so we could talk about this upcoming matchup against the Buffalo Bills. Our 90s rivals, who we had to beat in order to get to the promised land, which is the Super Bowl championship. Can we do it this Sunday? All right. Like Dak says, here we go. Let's go ahead and get this started up. Period.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
What's going on? Happy holidays, TGIF, Angry Cowboys fans and Cowboy Nation. It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, here on YouTube, the place where y'all can find my raw and uncut emotion about the Dallas Cowboys 24/7, 365, and as long as I'm alive, y'all know I'm DC for life, baby. And if you're DC for life, won't you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, because it's free to do. You help the channel when you do it. What is going on? Like I said before, happy Friday, TGIF. We are going into football weekend. This Sunday is going to be live. The Dallas Cowboys at the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be one. It's going to be one of those games, Cowboys Nation. And I'm going to talk to you guys. But before I do that, I got to do what we always do. And I got to come to the chats to say what's up to everybody. So I got to come do that. See who's up in the live, who is rocking with your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Man, can you believe I had somebody tell me that I sound like Law Nation? I don't sound like Law Nation. Law Nation's the GOAT. I got to give Law Nation that love, that respect. I don't sound like Law Nation. I sound like the Angry Cowboys Fan. Oh, right off the jump, Vero K with the super chat. Oh, man, I appreciate you. I truly appreciate you. So we can go ahead and get that on the screen. Got that on the screen. I like it. I get to look up at it. All right. By the end of the season, we're going to rename you to the Happy Cowboys Fan. Oh, man. Vero K, I truly appreciate you for the $10 super chat. Truly appreciate you. DC for life. Yes, I hope that the Dallas Cowboys can change my name to the Happy Cowboys Fan. That would be off the chain. We would have a ceremonial changing live. Like, ladies and gentlemen, we shall put the rest, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and come to you with the Happy Cowboys Fan, because we would have won the Super Bowl. We would have won that Lombardi trophy. We would have brought it back to the Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington. Oh, man, y'all got me psyched up. Vero K, I truly, truly appreciate you for that $10 super chat. It's going to a good spot. We're going to be able to get some equipment. So, we can better do the lives, look more presentable, have more things going on. But, we want to keep it simple. We want to keep it Angry Cowboys and nobody else. You feel what I'm saying? So I truly appreciate you with that. So we're going to go ahead and get into more of the chat. See who's here. See who's here. All right. Prince Jackson, what's going on? Leon in the house. Jared, what's going on? Paulette. All right. RH, how about them Cowboys? Victor's in the house. Yeah, Cruiser Cruz rocking with me. Yeah, I like seeing that. D, how about them Cowboys? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and look at some of these. Cruiser Cruz says, I don't know about this game. If we win, I'd say 30-27. Yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, Cruiser Cruz. I like that score, though. I like that score. It has the Cowboys out on top, and it allows the Cowboys to beat the spread, even though that's just, 1.5 right now. Wasn't it like 3.5 earlier, but now it dropped down, come game time. But, yeah, I'm going to get to that. All right. Michael says 37-31 Cowboys. It'll be one of the best birthdays in my 55 years. Let's go, Cowboys. Michael, when's your birthday? Come on now. When's your birthday? Is your birthday on Sunday? Oh, man. Yeah, we got to celebrate. When we go live, we got to celebrate. Sing Michael a happy 55th birthday. And hopefully we can bring that dub home as well. Man, that'd be an early Christmas present and birthday present for me. We can get this dub up in Buffalo. Yes. All right, Kelvin, here we go. Yeah, that's what I had to say before I made the live. Here we go. Boy, he gets me pumped whenever I hear that, here we go. I feel like I can run through a brick wall. So, what's a banker cowboy? I don't know. Did I say something about banker cowboy? All right, Trix, what's up? You, what's going on? All right, Prince Jackson, what's up, Cowboy Nation and Angry Cowboys Fans? Yeah, what's going on, Prince? All right, Michael says we could absolutely beat them. And I was looking at that Kansas City Chiefs game that they just played, and I'm going to be talking about that, in my little spiel. I ain't going to keep y'all forever, but, I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about my take on the Buffalo Bills game, and I do cover that a little bit. So, yeah, I'm going to get to that in a few seconds. Just say what's up to everybody. Jared. Okay, Leon says actually first. 27-13 Cowboys. I like that. I like that too, Tubbs. Yeah, I like that. All right, Jared says score will be lower. I think 2017 Cowboys. And so that means it's going to be pretty much a defensive type of game. In 2017, I know they were talking about rain in the forecast, but man, up in the New England area, it feels kind of good right now. So I know Buffalo is over in Buffalo, but I don't foresee it to be rainy, but it's gonna be cold. And as of late, the Cowboys have been getting acclimated to the cold because down in January, shoot. I went to Dallas one year in January. It was either January or February, and it was cold. But, all right. RH, how about them Cowboys? That's what I'm talking about. How about them Cowboys? Ooh, yeah, you're right. Ev, Verke, again, thank you. Thank you again for the super chat. I was just looking through the chats and it came up again. Thank you again. All right, D. Hopefully we get this win and they all can shut the up and move the post again. Yep. They're gonna give them their flowers for about 30 minutes. They're gonna give them their flowers like at the beginning of the week. And then toward the middle of the week and the end of the week, they're going to figure out ways to spin more cowboy narratives so that they can get more clicks on their little videos. So, yeah, they're going to move the goalpost again. Oh, man, you beat a depleted Buffalo's defense. So, why don't you go out there and do it to Miami? Oh, boy, I was already reading something on Miami. And, Tyreek Hill hurt his ankle in the last game that they played. Yep. If they lose, it's going to be Tyreek Hill he was hamstrung. His ankle kind of bothered him, so he wasn't able to be an impact in the game. And whenever Tyreek isn't an impact, Tua's not an impact. So they're going to spin it. If they lose, it's because of his ankle. Bam. If they win, It's because of his ankle. Even through the ankle injury, he was able to get up there and beat a dominant Cowboys defense. Can you hear it now? Oh, my goodness. So we got to go into Miami and we got to handle business. Yeah, so they move the goalposts all you want. We'll come to that spot where you put the goalposts. Put the football down. Touchdown, baby. All right, Victor. They can beat the, yes, they can beat the Buffalo Bills. I mean, looking at that game in Kansas City, I mean, I know it's Patrick Mahomes and it's, it's the Kansas City Chiefs and whatnot, but looking at that game, it really, the only thing that really stuck out to me was the running back for Buffalo, as well as Josh Allen tucking it and running, and his people getting behind him and just pushing him for that touchdown. That's really the things that stuck out to me. But other than that, there were no splash plays. Stephon Diggs wasn't really too much of a factor. Neither was Dalton Kincaid. But we're going to get into that. Oh, man. Prince. We get to 30 and they get to 14. Go Cowboys. All right. So we get to 30. It's 30-14 Cowboys taking it over the Bills. I like that score even better. If we can go up there and hand them a loss in embarrassing fashion while eliminating them from playoff contention, I mean, it won't fully eliminate them, but it'll definitely put them behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? So if we can go up there and hand that type of disappointment out, how can there be any denying Dak Prescott's MVP, like sealing it right there? If he goes up there and beat Josh Allen, it should just seal it right there. But we know it's not going to, like I just said, like D said, they're going to move the goalpost again. But we'll be there to call them out every time they move it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's job security, because you're going to have a clown in a circus. A clown will be a clown. All right. Makiru, is that how you say that? I like that. That's nice. All right. Whoa. Finally catching the stream. Hey, we appreciate having you here. I appreciate you taking your time out of your Friday to catch the Angry Cowboys fan. I'm over here stumbling and fumbling and stuff. I said I was going to smoke a joint before I came in here, but, I didn't. I had to get my game plan going, but I am glad that you were here, and I am glad you finally got to catch the live. Cruise. I'm a little worried about our O-line if our defense gives them too much cushion and playing in Buffalo. It's abnormally warm up this way. It's abnormally warm up here. Sin to the Max, what's going on? What's going on, homie? Sin to the Max has been my brother, my friend, my best friend since 6th grade. Yeah, it's crazy. But as far as I stay in New England now. I'm in the New England area, and right now it was a balmy 46 degrees today. I know that temperature can change and all that stuff, but at least we're not going in there to like an ice bowl. We're not going in there to a blizzard. I don't think it's supposed to snow in the forecast right now, so we'll be okay on that front. Bring our heated benches, please. But I think we'll be all right going up there, except for the crowd, obviously. Kicking, if it's a windy day, kicking may be hard, and I don't want them to trot Brandon Aubrey out there and let's just get tubs. Let's get 6s instead of 3s, for real. But also says, if the defense gives them too much cushion, I don't think they're going to give them too much cushion, especially our defensive backs. I don't think they're going to give them too much cushion just for the simple fact of how Stephon Gilmore played last week. They did give him a little cushion, but he was able to neutralize A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown didn't have a tub. He had 94 yards, if I remember correctly, but he didn't have a tub, and he wasn't super impactful in the game. So I don't believe there'll be too much cushion. But there'll be some given. Y'all gonna have to earn our respect. We ain't just gonna press you from the first play. You got to earn our respect. So and the O-line, yeah, I'm gonna be touching on the O-line as well whenever I go into my breakdown. And I know people over here like, well, get to your breakdown, fool. You said you wasn't going to keep us long. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, get to my breakdown real quick. I'm breaking down the offense and the defense and what I expect. And we also going to talk about another topic because I want to know how y'all felt about that Stephen A. Smith and Des Bryant video that I did. I could not believe that I came across that, Cowboys Nation. I'm not even subscribed to Stephen A. like that, ESPN, whatever. But his show, like, that was on my front page, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Let me click it. I can't believe Des Bryant actually said that, but I can to a degree just because you can only poke the bear so long before the bear reacts, and a lot of Cowboy Nation, Cowboys are our heart, and for you to continuously get on national TV and down talk the people, you say you don't have a problem with the organization, but you got the problem with the fans. You've said it all. You said it all right there. You like the organization. You like the team. You don't like us. You made it personal. That's why Des Bryant has made it personal. But we're going to talk about that again. All right. And so, yeah, I watched the Bills at the Chiefs last week. And, even though it was a low-scoring game, their offense was able to work. And it showed promise. Like, Josh Allen, he was 23 for 42 for 233 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I had to say that loud. And one rushing touchdown, pardon me. Had a quarterback rating of 47.9 and a passer rating of 68.8. During that game, it wasn't Stephon Diggs that had a huge game. It was their running back, James Cook. James Cook got busy. He got busy against the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, my goodness, 10 carries for 58 yards. That, that really ain't saying it's 5.8 yards a carry. But, you see the 58 yards, you're like, they kind of held him at bay. That was on the ground. He had 5 receptions for 83 yards and a touchdown. He was doing fly routes out of the backfield. He was the Buffalo Bills' leading rusher as well as leading receiver. Like, man, I think this might be our preview to a Christian McCaffrey. He may not be as good as Christian McCaffrey. I'm not putting them on the same thing, not comparing them. But this Buffalo Bills team is good practice, Cowboys Nation. They got a mobile quarterback that ain't afraid to run. Brock Purdy ain't afraid to run. They got a dope running back. Christian McCaffrey. Stephon Diggs. They got complementary. They got like some of the same weapons, so we can actually go out there and practice for our nemesis while playing these guys. You know how people, put the mask over a dummy. It's their enemy, and they're taking all their frustrations out on the dummy. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to go. I ain't calling the Buffalo Bills dummies. So if I got anybody in here from Bills Mafia, yeah, I ain't calling y'all dummies. But Stephon Diggs, he walked away from that game with 11 targets, 4 receptions for 24 yards, 0 touchdowns. Diggs was targeted the most during the game. 11 targets is a pretty nice chunk of those 42 attempts that Josh Allen had. The leading receiver for the Bills after James Cook was Dawson Knox. 3 receptions, 3 targets for a total of 36 yards and 0 touchdowns. Dalton Kincaid had 8 targets, 5 receptions for 21 yards, no touchdowns. Their defense had 1 interception and 1 sack on Patrick Mahomes. They pressured him 8 times. Now, y'all know how them Cowboys look last week. I ain't got to say nothing. Y'all know how we looked last week, boy. We looked good. And we looked good the week before that and the week before that. Like, we're looking good right now. But against the Eagles, Dak Prescott was 24 for 39, 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. A quarterback rating of 67.5 and a passer rating of 99.4. Tony Pollard, 16 carries, 59 yards. Rico Dowdle, 12 carries, 46 yards. Kevontae Turpin, 1 carry, 22 yards. We got the Swiss Army knife back there. We got the Swiss Army knife we can use to our advantage. Jake Ferguson, 5 receptions for 72 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 6 receptions for 71 yards and a tub. Michael Gallup, 3 receptions for 48 yards and a tub. Brandon Cooks came. He came in the game. He came with 2 great catches. And I was really digging that. I thought he was in, but when I looked at that review, yeah, the refs called that game pretty good. And I ain't even saying that they called it in favor of the Cowboys, but it felt like they were calling fouls that meant to be there. It felt like the head ref heard everybody like, oh boy, man, the Eagles are 7-0 with this ref. What we gonna do? He came in there like, yo, y'all chill. Y'all chill. I ain't got no favorites. Our defense was super opportunistic last week. 3 fumbles, 1 fumble on each of their top stars. That was dope. I mean, we sacked Jalen Hurts 1 out of 7 pressures. We got him 1 time, Micah Parsons. But the DBs were able to limit chunk plays. And Stephon Gilmore, he did a number on A.J. Brown. So you know that he is going to be on Stephon Diggs this game. And, I wonder, somebody actually kicked this around in the 4-letter and 3-letter networks. They said something along the lines of, are you guys picking are you picking Trayvon Diggs head on his brother Stephon? Do y'all feel that's cool? Is any advantage in war an advantage? Because that's similarly what we're doing. We're going to war with the Buffalo Bills. And any leverage, is this good leverage? Y'all let me know in the comment section, for real. But before I go into my expectation of the team, because that's how I normally do these lives, I break it down, then go into my expectation of what I want to see from the Cowboys. But before I do that, I'm going to go back to the chat, see who done came up in here, see if we're missing anything, and just answer a few questions before we get back on to the stuff. Alvarado. Hey, Christopher, what's going on, man? What's going on with you? All right, let's see. Luna Love, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you at the Law Nation Live. Yeah, guys, I was at the Law Nation Live, watching the GOAT, watching the GOAT do his thing, man. So, yeah, it was good to see you over there. Let's see, Vero K and Dak gonna tell all of Shady and Joy's favorite boys down. Oh, you okay? See, I think Shady and Joy, their boys are the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, we shut them down last week. See, I'm not the only one that thinks that. Man, people think that I'm, off base. You got these Eagles fans that have come in here and they'll be like, oh man, what you saying? Yeah, Shady's our dude, but Joy don't like us. Joy don't. Yeah, man, come on. She's from Pittsburgh. I mean, she's from Pennsylvania. So she's naturally going to rock with either you or the Steelers. And the way it looks on the show, she rocks. If it ain't with the Eagles, it's with Shady. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not the only one that sees that. This week, Josh. Next week, Tua. It's going to be fun to see them cry. Yeah. Next week is Dan Orlovsky's dude. Because he's out there super champion for Josh Allen. It's looking pretty sad, to tell you the truth. And y'all know how I do. Like, if somebody makes a dope video, a raw video about it, I'm not going to make another one. Y'all have said enough. And Dan Orlovsky is looking super desperate out there to try and save Josh Allen's case. And this is another thing that Josh Allen can do in this game, is to stake his claim, is to be like, yo, whatever y'all been saying, oh, Dak Prescott's better than me, watch this. So we have to go into that game looking that they got something to play for as far as a playoff berth, and to, better their reputation. Y'all saying that this man is better than me. So naturally, I'm going to go into the game and I'm going to prove you guys wrong and prove myself right. But Yeah, man, we going down the line. We going down the line, and I have super faith. I have super confidence. Like, and I know this sounds cliche. I know it does, because whenever we have a good team, you hear people say, "Yo, this feels different. This feels different." It does. It feels super different. And honestly, I believe that it started to feel different once the talks about the Ring of Honor started happening. Like, we didn't know about the Ring of Honor when they first started talking about it. You know, we only found out like, oh, they're going to put Jimmy into the Ring of Honor at the Lions game. We found that out, a couple weeks ago. They've known about this. So making that decision, Jerry Jones making that decision just lifted the curse, and I feel something is totally different. And, man, you know, who knows? You know, we may stumble right before the playoffs. You know, we may give up on Miami. You know, just being a realist, we may give up on Miami. Who knows? We're gonna go out there and fight, but if we do, we still going with momentum. We can't win 5, 6 in a row, and then, you know, we drop one, and everybody's like, "Oh man, season's over." We're still going with momentum, Cowboys Nation, and it just feels super different this year. All right, where did I leave off? Hey, Chow, Montana. What's going on? DC for life. Yes, sir, I am DC for life. All right, Trick says, give me 30-20 Cowboys win. Well, anything over 7, I'm just like, I'm kicked back. I'm just kicked back, smiling. Can't wait till the 4-letter and 3-letter networks give their opinion, so I can look at it. But yeah, win or lose, what I try to do is, as a content creator, I try to give the other content creators space to do their lives, because they're on every single week. They've been on years before I have. So who am I to just do a live right on top of theirs? So after games, and I know it sucks, like especially on Monday night and Sunday night games, I wait for those content creators like the Law Nation and everything to go live. Go live, do your live. When you end your live, that's when I'll do mine. So that's why sometimes, like on Mondays, it's been like 11:30, 12 o'clock before I got on a live. Just showing that love. But I say that to say this: I will be on, again, if it's well, it won't be Monday, because we're playing at 4:20, so it won't be Monday, but it may be like 10 p.m. So I hope y'all rocking with me on that live as well. All right, score, I think it's reminiscent of the Giants game. Ooh, you think which Giants game? I was about to say, Luna, let me find out. You think we gonna go up there and beat them like 40-0? Oh man, if they did that, oh my goodness. If they did that, if they went up to Buffalo and just destroyed the Buffalo Bills, I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt that Dak Prescott's the MVP. I mean, we got to look at Deron Bland for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, I know he ain't getting all the sacks and everything like that, but he just made history. And that ain't that Shady's argument about Tyreek Hill? He's about to make history. Bland has made history, future tense, past tense. So he needs to be in the Defensive Player of the Year consideration. And why haven't we really even been hearing about that? All we've been hearing about is this MVP. So is the MVP, can only an offensive player get it, or no, defensive players can get it, can't they? Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna have to do more research on that. Because, shoot, I didn't think at the start of the year we'd be at MVP conversations. But once the offense was put on Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott was like, we are running this through you. Michael Jordan-esque. We are running this offense through you. Like, all right, put it on my shoulders. I got this. That's why I love our quarterback. That's why I love Dak Prescott. But anyway, I'm going to give you my score, Luna Love. I am. I'm trying to hold out. Jake Ferguson has been practicing dunking his hands. Oh, and the ball in ice water. Yes, yes. I used to tease with my brother because my brother used to be a Buffalo Bills fan back in the day. Yo, what's going on, Jet? What's going on? But I used to joke with him like, man, it's going to be cold up there. The Cowboys ain't going to be able to do it. And I knew they'd go up there and do it and he get his hopes up and everything. But I used to joke with him. But that's the thing that you got to do. I would have, like I used to tell him, I would have, if I was the coach, I'd be like, yo, we going to Buffalo early. We're going to Buffalo early. We're going to get it. We're going to go out there and practice outside. You know, we got to have our people to make sure ain't nobody spying on us and everything. Damn. But we'd be practicing outside in the cold, getting used to it. That dunking the ball and your hands in ice water, keep your hands in ice water, take them out, go out for a pass, catch that pass. Because, like, man, your digits being froze and that ball hitting it 50, 60, miles an hour, like, it's enough to shatter your hand. Believe me, guys, I know. Believe me, I know. My pinky is a casualty of that because cold, going out on the route tree, in practice, boom, hit my pinky completely dislocated and it was over here. It was crazy. It was crazy. I can't even show that on YouTube. But yeah, that ice water thing that's super important. Oh man, yeah. All right, ta-ta. Bills Field is turf, so I'll take a 30 burger. Yeah, everybody knows that the Cowboys, for some reason, play better on turf. And for me personally, it's just the factor of cleats getting stuck in, a natural field compared to turf. More of a, you got to take more of your momentum to get that cleat up out of the grass as opposed to turf. I love playing on turf. All right, Cruise. The Chiefs not being that good this season and seeing how they lost because against the Bills because of their own mistakes, yeah, gives me confidence we can win. The edge of the Bills is being at home. That's the only edge the Bills have. For real. I can't sit up there and look at these rosters and say that one of their offensive weapons is better than the person that he's going against. I mean, don't get it twisted. Stephon Diggs is a beast. He is a beast. But so is Gilly Rock. So is Stephon Gilmore. You got the Stephons on Stephons. Who gonna win that matchup? And then you got Bland on the other side. The only thing that I kind of worry about is Dalton Kincaid and the running back. Those two guys leaking into our linebacking core, and when Dalton Kincaid goes out, he might be, depending on what package it is, Jordan Lewis. So that kind of worries me. The middle of the field worries me for the Cowboys, but I got a feeling that we are going to put an emphasis on that. We have put an emphasis on that for this game and moving forward. But I got wild confidence going into this game. I do. I got mad confidence because it backs the talking heads up against the wall. You said, oh man, he got to beat somebody over 500. Boom, the Seahawks. It was just the Seahawks, blah, 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 blah. Even though they were balling, they were gashing the defense out of the Cowboys, and the Cowboys seemed to win. Well, if that's the case, if they were gashing the defense, the Cowboys found a way to win. That is your quarterback and the offense, right? You know what I'm saying? But they ain't going to give him that credit. But anyway, I am going off on tangents. Right. Jet says, let's go. Speak your mind, fam. Yes, the only way that I know how, baby. The only way that I know how. Mojo Jojo's in the house. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Luna Love says, it's funny how Dan Orlovsky put Josh Allen as an MVP frontrunner, but Dak has to play the entirety of the season for them to see he is the MVP material. Yeah. Yeah, I said it in that Stephen A video. Leave your personal bias at the crib and come in and report the sports. You can get animated, and you can even call somebody a bum if they playing bum. If they're playing bad, call them out on their play. But don't call them out as men. That's grown as men out there bashing their bodies together for your entertainment, and what you gonna call them is ass? Bro, come on. Especially that makes me mad because it comes from former players like Shady McCoy. Shady McCoy, you know exactly what it takes to go out there and play at this level. I can only talk about it. I ain't never played in the NFL, but a person like him does. That's why I respect James Jones, because he's been out there. He's played at the highest level. He has won a Super Bowl. So is Shady McCoy. But Shady McCoy's takes are just like, bro, did you even play? We know you got the rushing record, but man, the way you talk, that's straight hater talk. And it's talk that sounds straight from a Philadelphia Eagles fan's mouth. So, yeah, leave that stuff at home. Dan Orlovsky, he's this, oh my God, he's like made leaps and bounds over people like Bart Scott. He's out there, he's about to cry. And like the dude is about to cry because people got that work for Josh Allen for leading the league in interceptions again. When it was fashionable to pick on Dak Prescott for leading the league in interceptions, y'all dogged him. You gave him a little outlet because, all interceptions aren't created equal. And, this one bounced off the hands of Michael Gallup. You gave him the benefit of the doubt, but for the most part, you murdered him. Pardon my analogy. And, you crushed him. You buried him in all that rhetoric, all that sports talk. But now your boy Josh Allen, and this man, Dan Orlovsky, he goes on Buffalo networks and does interviews and stuff like that. So this is his team. Josh Allen, that's his dude. He's above reproach even when he's playing bad? How is he above reproach? But you can just nail Dak down for 15 interceptions and remind him that those happened. That's even with that Richard Sherman video that I had. I'm listening to Richard Sherman talk about Brock Purdy, and I'm like, bro, you better have that same energy with Dak Prescott now. You better have that same energy. Yeah, Cruiser Cruz says that, and the Bills are fighting for the playoffs. So is the Seahawks. All I'm saying is the Seahawks. We're fighting for a playoff spot too. And I know that Geno Smith ain't Josh Allen. Josh Allen is, Houdini. Like, y'all see that pass when he was floating out of bounds? When he did that fadeaway out of bounds, still got the ball off. He is Houdini. I'm not comparing Seattle to Buffalo. All I'm saying is I'm comparing their desperation. And both of them were desperate teams. Seattle is still desperate, and so is Buffalo. That don't mean that we got to go in there and bow down to them. Not for a second. Not for a second. Be the holiday spoiler, Cowboys Nation. Be that holiday spoiler for the Buffalo Bills. They can try to get in the playoffs on somebody else. Y'all ain't going to do that on us. Nah. So we need to go in there with the philosophy that DeMarcus Lawrence had after that Philly game. Go in there and smack him in the mouth. And then again, and again, and again. Until they can't take it. And when they can't take it, you hit them again. That's what we need to do from now on. That's the level of physicality that we need from the Dallas Cowboys. Because in order to match, in order to compete with the San Francisco 49ers, we need that type of intensity. And I believe that since that loss to the 49ers is poetic. Since that loss, it's like, got to get our ish together. And we've gotten our ish together. And we are a very dominant and opposing team right now. So I really think, but like you guys say, every team sees that star on the helmet and gives us their all, right? So we can't expect nothing different from Buffalo. We got to just go up there and handle business, and I'm going to get into that. So Let me read a couple more, and then I'll get back into that. Mojo Jojo, they will never shut up, and never should you, sir. No, I won't. I will not shut up. Oh, I know I'm still in Marcellus Wiley stuff. No copyright infringement. But nah, as much as they go on there and talk about these guys, we should be able to call them out. We should be able to have analysis on the analysts. You know what I'm saying? They call the plays on the game. They're commentating the game. We're commentating you. So that's what I'm going to do. And every time you step out of line, it's going to be like, yo, get back in line. Have that same smoke. Because when you don't have that same smoke for all the teams, you get Des Bryant wanting to beat you up. Oh, my goodness. All right, this last one. Gary Bookwater says, I got the Dallas Cowboys winning 35-20. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's get back to it. The defensive side of the ball. All right, guys, we need to continue what we've been doing. Continue to win the battle of the line of scrimmage. Win your assignments. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. The battle at the line of scrimmage, that man in front of you or that man stunting to your side. Win your assignment. You do that, and you keep Dak Prescott upright. You keep Dak Prescott with a clean pocket. You do that, you create run lanes. You do that, we win the game. Cowboys Nation. I want to see more. Dak Prescott has been doing a great job. I want to see it continue. So let me rephrase that. I don't want to see more. I want to see what he's doing continue. And if he wants to progress, by all means, Dak, touch the sky, brother. Touch the sky. I love to be there. Oh, I bet all the Cowboys Nation will love to see you do it. So continue to rise. But I don't want him to have to go out there and think that he has to throw 450 yards, 400 yards to prove that he's MVP status. Don't even worry about that trophy. And I think that's what I was getting to on my first take. Like, forget that trophy. We'll worry about the Super Bowl. Some people say, oh, well, that's kind of disingenuous because that's an achievement for Dak Prescott. It truly is. But I truly feel that he has that same mentality. If my defense balls out and gets me, gets us 21 points, why do I have to go out there and get us 21 more? It would be nice, yes. But if we have the game well in hand, I can go out there and just manage the game. Cam Newton. I seen somebody calling him Pam Newton. That was funny. That was funny. But all right. Wait, let's see. I just want to see him have a dominating style, a dominating performance. If we call on number 4 and we need him to get us into the position to score, that, he's just going to go out there and do it. That's what I need to see. I need to see just like he was in the Seattle Seahawks game, because that was a shootout. It's like, man, the defense wasn't able to get it done this time. They scored. No worries. Wham. Put that helmet back on and went to work. Got us points. Him and the offense. I can't, minimize or discredit the offense because they are super important to what goes on here. No offense, no Dak. You know what I'm saying? No receivers catching the ball, no Dak. So it's all a family, all a team thing. But the defense wasn't able to get a stop, but we got touchdowns. So honestly, I think, if this is a high-scoring game with the Buffalo Bills, I think it might be a shootout. It's going to be who's going to be the best between Dak Prescott and Josh Allen. People have been already comparing them, putting Dak Prescott in the conversations of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Today, well, not today, but, Sunday. Sunday will be the day that Dak can just put that to rest. I belong here. I am here. Not even saying I belong here like he's pleading with the people to let him in. Like, no, I have arrived. My bags are on the front porch. I am elite. Bam. And I hope he makes a commercial like that. I am elite. Nike, pick it up. All right. We need our receivers to continue to ball out. Hit their marks. Hit their marks when they're supposed to. Run their routes with precision. Be at the mark that Dak expects you to be at the time he expects you to be there. Beat your matchup every time. You do that, it's going to be a long day for the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be a long day for their defensive backs. Because I say this every single week. We got the tools. And I know y'all getting tired of me saying it. We got the tools. And we got the talent. We are a more talented team than the Buffalo Bills right now. And from my understanding, they got some injuries on the defensive side of the ball that makes it even better. I mean, ooh, God, that came out wrong. Wow. Not injuries, injuries being sustained to people, that sucks. It really does. But the fact that they're not on the field right now and we are able to, fortunately, exploit that, it kind of works in our favor. I'm not celebrating the fact that they're injured. If they could be out there, please, I would wish they were out there, but they can't. And they have to work with what they got. And we have to exploit what they put in. So, with that being said, I need to see Jake Ferguson have a big game. I got a feeling that you might see a few flashes from Luke Schoonmaker. I got a feeling that because the Buffalo Bills, their defense is ranked 11. So I see the safety blankets getting more involved, whether it's catches on the flats, are they going up the seams? I see Schoonmaker and Ferguson getting more involved. But on the defensive side of the ball, I've already talked about the line of scrimmage and all that stuff, win at the battle of the line of scrimmage. I'm not going to repeat that. I really need the middle of the defense. I need the middle of the field to step up. We got an issue with our linebacking situation, Cowboys Nation, and I don't want Buffalo to think that they're just going to roll in there and exploit that. No, we can't let them exploit that, especially with the way that their running back played against the Kansas City Chiefs. He exploited their linebacking core. We can't let him do that. We cannot let them gash us with those quarterback-made runs. And we can't let their running back get off the way he did. Because, he was containable on the ground. But when he went to the air, it was a different story. So we definitely need to lock that down. And we need to have our run stoppers alert. Coach Mike said that Jonathan Hankins will be hard-pressed to play this weekend against the Buffalo Bills. So we're going to need Mozzie Smith to step his role up as a run stopper. We're going to need you to show up, Mozzie. Everybody calling you a bust, like it was a wasted draft pick, things like that. Can't call a man a bust because it's only his first year. Stop acting like the league is microwave, like plug and play. Stop that. Let this man get acclimated to this offense. People learn a little bit slower than others. People learn differently. So to call this man a bust in his first year, that's just wrong, But I need the defense to not be so sack hungry. If the sacks are there, obviously get them. But don't be so sack hungry to where you're over pursuing the quarterback. We talked about that in the game against the Philadelphia Eagles before that game played. And Nick Bosa was talking about it. He also gave us their trick of the trade. But he was talking about not rushing past the quarterback. If you don't rush past Josh Allen and you allow that pocket to collapse in on him, where's he going? Where is he going? There's no place to go. You can't shimmy out the A and the B gap because we got that closing in on you like a phone booth. If we don't over pursue, we have that wall right there to where he's going to have to run around the edges. Josh Allen can do that. So we need to have our linebacking core, our defensive backs, we need to have them on a swivel. Just in case Josh Allen does want to take that tuck and run, we're there to make him pay. And that's one thing that I want Micah Parsons to do. Like, eat, Lion. I really need you to eat. Cowboys Nation needs you to eat. But if Josh Allen escapes that pocket, make him pay for it. Make him not want to leave that pocket again. Because they were talking about it on the 4-letter and 3-letter networks, how Josh Allen is so accurate on the run, how he's more of a weapon on the run than he is in the pocket. So how about keeping him there? You know, what do you think about that, Cowboy Nation? Keeping Josh Allen in the pocket and letting the pocket just break down on him. There's nowhere to run at that point. But with all that being said, oh, also I wanna mention this. You know, you got to keep an eye on the running back James Cook. You know, make Stephon Diggs a non-factor, because in the Kansas City game they made him a non-factor. You know, they closed him off from Josh Allen. They made Josh Allen beat him another way. And Dalton Kincaid really didn't have, you know, that great of a performance to say that he was such a difference maker. Nobody else except for that running back had a performance, had the numbers to show that they were a difference maker in that game. It was just the running back. So if we can stop those leaks out of the backfield, if we can stop those screens to the tight end as well as to the running back, we got a chance, Cowboys Nation. The way our defense is played, when our defense has a chance to be on a normal schedule, we're good. We're good on defense. The way our offense has been playing, even though we've been under the gun on tight schedules on Thursday's games, I got confidence, Cowboys Nation. I honestly, I got more confidence in this game than I did in the Philly game. Like, I had more butterflies in my stomach before the Philadelphia Eagles game than I do this game. I'm kind of calm with it. So, with all that being said, Cowboys Nation, I got to give y'all my prediction. And I predict that the Dallas Cowboys will get the road win in Buffalo. I predict it's going to be within a touchdown, though. But I do see that the Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the spread, because it's only 1.5, you know. They're only a 1.5 dog in this game, so they're not really a dog. The only reason that 1.5 is there is because it's an away game, and everybody knows our away record compared to our home record. So, they're going to cover the spread. Dallas Cowboys 30, Buffalo Bills 24. That's what it's going to be. That's what I feel it's going to be. And I believe, Cowboy Nation, if it is that, you guys will not complain one bit. Oh, boy. But before I end these things, y'all know how I do it. I got to go up to the chat, see what you Angry Cowboys fans have to say about the upcoming game. You know, I'll try to get to everybody's comments, but if I can't, y'all know how y'all get my attention. No pressure. But let's go ahead and go on up, see what we see here. All right. Luna Love and Josh Allen. And Josh Allen team. It's not the playoff team. Oh, let me start with the first one. All right. We're okay. They already saying if Dak wins MVP, it'll be by fault. This will be the new narrative. By default, why? Because y'all saying that, all these quarterbacks aren't balling out of control this year, so on and so forth. But if Dak wins, I guess he's the best one. That's hater talk. It truly is. That's hater talk. You will know the ones that are supposed to give Dak that credit and the ones that are just going to continue with the narrative. Like, if Dak wins the MVP, Shady McCoy is going to be sour. He's going to be sour about it. It ain't going to be, congratulations, Dak. Man, I knew you could do it. Da, 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 da. He's balling out. But he's doing this for his team. But there's always going to be that. There's always going to be that. So, yeah, he's going to win by default. But in the record books, he's not going to win by default. He's going to have his name in there as the MVP. No asterisks, no nothing like that. It's going to be solidified. And who gives a damn what a hater got to say? You know what I'm saying? So, thank you, Verke. I appreciate that. Luna Love, Josh Allen already has 14 interceptions. Josh Allen's touchdown to interception ratio is the highest it has been in his career. And Josh Allen's team is not a playoff team. But yet and still, Dan Orlovsky wants to put him in the MVP conversation. Like, what Cam Newton needs to talk about is, there's difference makers, there's game managers, and there's also people that are not MVPs. And right now, a difference maker doesn't make a difference negatively on your team. You know what I'm saying? A difference maker is the difference between winning and losing on the positive side, not more the reason that we lose. Because if that's the case, in their arguments, Dak Prescott would have been MVP long time ago because that San Francisco 49ers game where he threw the interceptions last year. Oh, God. Anyhow, love you, Dak. Yes, that running back will be problems. Yep, Luna, you are absolutely right. Diggs might be like DK and look for this to be his breakout game. Oh, so you expecting Stephon Diggs to do something big this game? I mean, keep it a buck. A.J. Brown had 94 yards last game, but 0 touchdowns. Do what you do, Stephon. Do what you do. Get your little numbers, get your 90 yards. But let's keep him out of the end zone. Let's keep him away from those big splash plays like we know Stephon Diggs can do. Let's keep him away from that. Lock him down as best as we can. We ain't going to be able to put the clamps down on him and have him have 0 yards. That ain't going to happen. But let's contain him. Let's contain him and let our wide receivers do a better job at getting in the end zone. If we go into a shootout, we have the tools to get it done. We have the talent to get it done. I mean, Michael Gallup is doing the thing now. He ain't going out there and having 150-yard games, but when you call on his number, he's there. He's there. That's kind of like our receiving core other than Brendan Cooks, CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup for the most part. They get their number called, like Kevontae Turpin, Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks. They get their numbers called. And the most important thing that you can do when you get your number called is to answer the call. We're going to need all hands on deck moving forward. Not just this game, but moving forward. We're going to need all hands on deck, making this well-oiled machine run to its top maximum performance. We do that, we win games. So if Diggs want to have a breakout game or whatever, do that quietly on the side while we get this dub. You can have 100 yards, but if we come out with this dub, it's all for naught, But hey, Randy in the building. Why are we underdogs? Makes no sense. Soon they will have no choice but to say, oh crap, the Cowboys are coming. Even though we're the underdogs, they're saying, oh crap, the Cowboys are coming. Even though we are. That's that betting technical jargon in Vegas and everything. But when it comes to the actual team that we're about to face, I believe everybody in this league who we have to face, oh boy, here come the Cowboys. Just like there's a few in Cowboys Nation that say that when they get the schedule, they circle the Dallas Cowboys. And so, I don't know. I think the main reason why we are the underdogs is because we're on the road. And I said that previously, like, our road record isn't as good as our home record. And they're at home in the cold. In the cold months of the season, they're going to give the slight advantage to them. But I ain't never, in my years of watching football, ever seen a team lose by 1.5. so, so if we can get 2 points, we're good. Oh, man. Let's see. We need to get that 1 seed. We have to win out. Welcome aboard. Nah, I ain't saying you, Luna Love, but just for the idea of everybody floating the we need to win out mentality, I love seeing it because I said that a while back, like, we need to really run the table. And I got a lot of pushback saying we don't need to run the table. We're in the playoffs. Like, no, don't settle. Don't settle for just the 5th seed and be cool with it. If we can get more, if the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, the guys that actually put on the equipment and go out in the field, if they think that they can get more, let them get more. You know, let them get that. Let them get the 1st seed if they think that they can. Let them go out and play every single game like there's no other game after this. Let them, because it only benefits. It only benefits us as fans, and it benefits the records because you go out there and you play sound complimentary football like you know how to the standards of your organization and your team, you win. Bam. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Yeah. All right. So, yes, we need to get the 1 seed, but I believe we have the soldiers, we have the heart, we have the know-how, the will to battle from that 5th seed, but we need not be complacent with that 5th seed. Let's go get more if we can. But, oh, LT Ray. Oh, he said, bro, I'm going to say 50-14 Cowboys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. 50-14. I'll go outside and do a backflip. If they hit a 50 burger on Buffalo in their home and only hold them to 14 points, I will go outside and I will do a backflip. I'll record it. If I land on my neck, I will still upload it. The Jet, 36-12. Cowboys dub. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see that. That looks like for the Cowboys, that looks like a realistic score. For real. I hope that we're not sitting through this whole nail biter of a game. I hate those things. I don't know how a Philadelphia Eagles fan can be a Philadelphia Eagles fan because a lot of their games this year were nail biters. Like, I ain't got that many nails, Cowboys Nation. I bite mine already. So, man, I be over here bleeding and stuff. We ain't trying to have that. So, yeah, I'm trying to see a blowout. I want to see a blowout. I love to see them go into Buffalo and blow them out. But I just don't know if that's realistic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that is a realistic task, a realistic ask for them to do. If they can go up there and play complimentary football, no turnovers, win the time of possession, and do it fundamentally, you know, shoot, the score can be 2017. But if they show their grit, their will, their determination, like they did clawing back in the Seahawks game to eventually win that, I'm pleased. I'm happy. I ain't gonna walk off like I did with the Carolina Panthers. Like, wow, there's some stuff left out on the field. I didn't see what I wanted to see. No, this will show me that you are prepared. Whether it's in the regular season or in the playoffs, you are prepared to have a brawl. You're prepared to have just a drag-out fight. All right, Randy, he says, I got him 34-23. I like it. All right, D. And do you think this is going to be our defense coming up big this game? I'm thinking 80 defense, 20 offense, our side for the win. All right. I see, I'm wearing my Cowboys Santa hat, so everybody knows that it's close to the holiday season, and I believe that we can go up to the Buffalo Bills Stadium and Josh Allen throw us a couple presents. He's not a stranger to throwing interceptions, to giving the other team the ball, and we are no strangers from taking it. DeRon Bland, grown man Bland, he's still out there. Don't discount him. Don't think you're just going to throw it all around the field because you will get picked. You will definitely get picked. So I can see our defense coming up big, but I also can see our offense. I don't know if it's going to be 20% offense. I won't go that low. Maybe a 60-40 split. Just because the offense will move the ball. The offense will score. It will do what it needs to do. But I think that the defense is going to put icing on cakes, if you know what I mean. They are going to complement what the offense has done. Offense scores 6, gets the extra point, and then a few plays down the road, boom, interception. I'm not saying a pick 6, but interception in plus territory, setting us up for more points. That's what I see the defense doing. Do I see a pick 6? I hope. By all means, I hope. But I see him doing more of 3 and out, big stops, maybe a couple picks. But like the fumbles, there was one fumble, I believe, that game between Kansas City and Buffalo. But they really didn't run like that in order to create the fumbles, and the only one that was really getting the receiving yards was the running back. So, but I see it a 60-40 split on the offensive defense. Honestly, they could easily do that. Yeah. Hey, Free Your Mind in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on? It's good to have you in the live. It's good to have you in the live. Roy, what's going on? All right, we're okay. 39 watching. Only 2 likes? Come on, let's get some likes. See, I be going through these lives, and I apologize, guys. I apologize. I'm supposed to say, hey, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. But I be getting in, talking with you guys, and going over my spiel and everything, and just talking about what we love, the Dallas Cowboys. I completely forget. I completely forget. But yes, please, if you are DC for life, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel because that's what we do here. We represent the Dallas Cowboys for life to the casket drop. Yeah. Hey, Carlito Cash is in the building. What's good with you? Oh, man, see, my stuff just jumped. Carlito Cash is in the building. Nisi in the building. What's going on? David B in the building. Mozzie can bench a dump truck. He'll be fine. Hey, I hope so. I hope that Mozzie comes in there, has a good run-stopping game so that we ain't got to worry about who's going to fill that gap because of Jonathan Hankins. I hope he goes in there and shows Cowboys Nation and the Dallas Cowboys why we drafted him. I hope he has a great game. You ain't even got to have so many sacks on the quarterback. Just plug up that line so that the running back can't get through. Good. That's what we got you for, baby. Yeah, we can't start slow and don't play soft. I think we lost that soft mentality whenever we played the 49ers the first time. We went in there, hey, buddy, hey, friend, and there's like, nah, it ain't none of that. So after that game, I believe that we got that mentality like, well, this ain't friendship. This is it. This is personal. We got to go in there like D-Law said. We got to punch him in the mouth over and over. Like, so, yeah, we got to if we get the ball first, and I am so adamant on this, and my brother don't know why. I'm like, bro, if we get the ball first, we need to score on the opening drive. Why score on the opening drive is because it makes their scheme have to change up on the opposite side of, on the opposite team. It makes their scheme change up. They're behind now. So instead of more, clock chewing and ball running, they're dropping back to try and tie the game up. So if you go 7, then 10 up on them, the more that they'll have to drop back, the more that they'll have to rely on a Stephon Diggs. And if their receivers are locked up, if they're jammed up by Stephon Gilmore, Deron Bland, Jordan Lewis, and our defensive backs, then what? You know what I'm saying? Then what? So we really do need to start out fast. If we get the ball we got to defer. Let them show us what they got on the offensive side of the ball. Let us defer so we can get the ball at the half. And then once we, 3 and out or whatever happens during the beginning of the game, then just go down. March, score. And then we get the ball at the half. That's when we, if it's been a shootout like I think it's going to be, then we'll be close going into the half. We come out of the half, do something that we don't normally do, which is score in the third quarter. I believe we did this past game. But for the most part, like the first game against Philly came out and scored 14 unanswered points on us in the third quarter. So when we come out of the half, we need to be on high alert. We can't let anything pass us. But yes, Nisi, you are absolutely right. We need to start off fast. All right, Prince, keep that same energy on D. I don't think Allen is a better runner than Hurts. Allen is a slower runner than Hurts. From what I've seen, watching both of them, I believe Allen is a slower runner than Hurts, but he's more of a tank than Hurts. Like Josh Allen will run through the line. I mean, Jalen Hurts will too, but you see what happens when Jalen Hurts goes through head first. He puts his head down and he fumbles the ball. Josh Allen really don't do that. He don't. So I think he's more of a bigger frame, but I don't know if he's not a better runner. He's not faster, more agile than Hurts. No. All right, Taylor Made, 24-38, Dallas. 17-24 if the weather becomes a factor. That's respectable. 17-24 Dallas. That's respectable. That's above where I had it saying I said it was going to be within a touchdown, but a touchdown. I'm with it. If it's 7, if it's 6, if it's 3, I'm with it. Let's just bring home the dub. Let's bring that dub back to Jerry's World. Well, actually, we don't go back to Jerry's World. We go down to Miami. So we got to take care of them as well next week, but one game at a time. We contain Hurts. We can contain Josh. Let's go. Yeah, David, we did contain Hurts for the most part, but there were plays where he got up that A and B gap where the playbook from San Francisco was saying, seal off that line so that he can't get through those A and B gaps. And to have Josh Allen running through those, that's like Ben Roethlisberger doing one of those. He's a big body, big frame. But let's see. RH. We need the Lombardi. We need the Lombardi. I need the Lombardi. We as Cowboy Nation need the Lombardi. Let's go ahead and be able to grab it. Let the new generation who have become Cowboys fans that didn't get to witness the 1995 stuff, let them get to witness one this year. That's what I want to see. That is exactly what I want to see. Y'all got me hyped talking about the Super Bowl again. Man. All right. And Dwayne Lowe. Glad I found your channel, DC for Life. Yo, I appreciate you. I truly appreciate you coming to the channel and giving my thumbnails, giving my channel a try. We are the Angry Cowboys fans right here, and there's people that's been rocking with me and really been watching me and helping me figure it out because, like I said before, I had no idea that this channel was going to do what it did, and it's there, so I'm here. If that makes any sense. But thank you so much, Dwayne, for stopping by the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in more lives. All right, Gary, where's number 11? Where's number 11 at? And that's what they're going to think. Yeah, yep. Josh Allen is already on record like we got to know where number 11 is. He's already in interviews saying that we need to locate number 11 first and foremost. He said they got other people on the line, yes, but we got to isolate number 11. So Dan Quinn has to come with something to counter that. We got to counter their isolation because we know that they're going to run the ball toward him. So what are we going to do in our defensive packages to stop that? What are we going to do to help Micah Parsons out? We are always wondering what Micah can do to help, the defensive line eat. Now we got to help Micah, and that goes into that saying that I've always said, Micah Parsons is now being impactful without being an impact, if you get what I'm saying. And for a second, he was dealing with that. And it's like, you don't have to go out there and get 4 or 5 sacks a game. But when you taking up 2 linemen and Osa Odighizuwa or D-Law, or when Jonathan Hankins was on the line, Jonathan Hankins or whatever, if they're getting in there, disrupting the quarterback, sacking the quarterback, tackles for loss, you have been impactful without being a direct impact in that play. So, yeah, see, I went off on another tangent. Oh, man. All right, very okay. Pro Football Focus rating. Dak 1 of 32. Okay. Tyron 1 of 42. Tyler 1 of 41. Bland 1 of. I'm gonna have to get on Pro Football Focus. I'm gonna have to see what they rate in the whole game. Thank you, Ver. I appreciate that. All right. I'm jumping around. All right, Carlito Cash. Smack that like button. smack that like button if you want the Cowboys to smack them Bills. Yeah. Yes. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I just got to float through these because I done kept y'all for a while. I already said I wasn't going to keep y'all for a while, but I know y'all like, man, you say that every time. Shut up. All right. King, what's going on? What's happening with you? Says, the haters always talk about Dallas in December, but they should look up Mike and Dak's record in the month of December. It will make them cry. Dropping that truth in here, boy. Go ahead, King, with your bad self. Dropping that truth in here. I'm going to have to look up Mike and Dak's record in December because that's what Stephen A. Talking Head, that's what he be banking on all the time. All right, just wait. Yeah. I got to check that out. Hey, y'all talk DC for life, baby. Okay, Nisi, get to you. Defense needs to thump on this offense. Yes. Oh, Allen's a big boy. Yeah, they need to thump on him. They need to win that battle at the line of scrimmage. They need to let him know who's boss. Like the defense needs to be like, we here. We're going to make you run for your life. But that's where our linebacking core needs to be. They need to step up. Once Josh Allen leaves that pocket, if that's the game plan that we're going to go in with, we got to be accountable for him because we can't just let him slip out. That man will get 12, 13 yards every scramble. But there's the benefit to Josh Allen and not Jalen Hurts is the fact that Jalen is quick. Jalen's quick. Josh isn't, but he's just big. So that's why I was saying, hopefully Micah Parsons sees him, leaves that pocket, and puts a hurting on him. Let me choose my words carefully. I don't want to jinx nobody. Oh, man. All right. Let me see. Locate 11, target 26. I mean, I got a feeling Josh Allen going to come bearing gifts. He going to come bearing gifts, and he think he going to be able to throw those slants over the middle because we have a depleted middle. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. It ain't going to work the way he think it is. I got a feeling either Gilly Rock or DeRon Bland, grown man Bland, is going to get an interception. I won't say a pick six. You know, I ain't going to be that greedy, even though I'd love to see it. But I got a feeling that this defense is going to show you why we should be, why we should be considered a Super Bowl defense. I got a feeling that the defense is going to stand up. He said 80-20. I said 60-40. That means the defense is going to stand up and get us an extra turnover. You know what I'm saying? They're going, whether it is a fumble or whether it's an interception, the defense is going to give the offense a present, an early Christmas present. All right. What if we have a game like, I bet Raiders fans loved it. Oh, my goodness. I bet Raiders fans loved every minute of it. 63-21. That was like when Miami beat the Broncos. What was it, like 70-20 or 70-25, something like that. But 63 points. I know people that can't even do that in Madden. Like, that's crazy. 63 points on an NFL team. Like, wow. If the Cowboys could do that to the Buffalo Bills, if I was on the Bills and the Cowboys did that to me, I'd be like, yo, man, I think it might be time to hang it up. And we need to focus on next year, see how we can get better. Oh, shoot. No, the world banking on Dallas in January, and that's all they can say is playoffs. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, yeah, these guys, we know what these guys are in the regular season. We know what they are in the regular season, doing in the playoffs. But y'all judge everybody else on the regular season. Y'all talk about everybody else regular season and how it's going. But with the Cowboys, it's wait till the playoffs. Like, it's always going to be the moving of the goalpost. And I think Joy Taylor might be getting some flack from somewhere. I ain't gonna say that she see this video or somebody seen this video like, yo, you need to check this out, or any content creator, but the fans are loud. Cowboys Nation is loud, and they're gonna let you know, like, yo, you're off base. Stop hating on our man. Stop hating on our quarterback. Hate on Jalen Hurts like you hate on Dak Prescott. But, okay, Averocade got the Cowboys 37 and the Billies 24. King, the Raiders and Chargers game was hilarious. Man, I didn't even watch the game. I was actually, before I went live, I was watching the highlights, just wondering to myself, what the hell happened? Like, what happened so bad on the defensive side of the ball that you gave up 63 points? Like, I don't get it. I mean, I know Kellen Moore ain't the defensive coordinator, but what the hell happened? Why didn't you only score 21 points? Like, I think it's time to actually realize that the Chargers may be having buyer remorse when it comes to Kellen Moore. Like, dang, man, can we give him back to Dallas? I mean, for real, can he go back to Dallas? Y'all want to trade? We'll give you a first-round draft pick. Would y'all take Kellen Moore back for a draft pick? Leon. This should be a Rico Dowdle and Tony Pollard game, but Dak might go for the guy's neck. I can't see that. Heart is in the way. So you think it's a Rico Dowdle and Tony Pollard game? I hope so. Just for the simple fact that we can get this running game going before the start of the playoffs, that we can literally go running into the playoffs. For real. If Dak can sit back and have 215 yards, but you got Tony Pollard and Rico Dowdle combined of like 190, something like that, and we win the game, and we win it in convincing fashion, there ain't no problem with Dak just sitting back and being the game manager, Yeah, just boom. The game distributor. Here you go. Bam, bam. First down. Boom. But if Tony Pollard and them can do it, hell yeah, why not? Hey, Big Benny, what's going on? What's going on? DC for life, baby. But you caught me at the last. We about to get off here, fam. But rest assured, that I will be coming back. We will be talking about the outcome of the game, good, bad, or indifferent. You know, we will be here to get our frustrations, our celebrations out. You know, so I will be here after the game, after all those heavy-hitting content creators, Law Nation, and everybody goes live. I'll be there after them. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Done been on here for a minute. My time is 9:49. I don't know what your time is, but I want you to go spend some time with the family. But Vero K, real quick. Oh, did you notice in Dak's commercial, the first sticker he put on the turd bucket was a dolphin? I love that commercial. I didn't do a video on the commercial because, you know, everybody did a video on Dak Prescott's commercial. I ain't want to bite on people. So, but I loved that commercial. It was vintage Dak and Ryan Reynolds, you know, but to be able to see, it was as if Dak just took off his coat. Once Kellen Moore left and Mike McCarthy allowed Dak Prescott to be Dak Prescott, he was able to take off his coat. He was able to get off that Sleep Number mattress. You know, he was able to be him. And that commercial is just an example of him, an extension of his character. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds came to him like, yo, you want to be in this? But it had to take Dak and his humor, his sense of humor, to want to be in that. And those stickers were crazy. Yeah, you had Raiders, you had Dolphins, Lions, Panthers. I paused just to see, you know, what the stickers were. So they had a lot of represented. They even had the referees up there. Shoot. I loved it. I loved it, guys. But another thing that I love is coming here and talking to you guys, talking to the Angry Cowboys fans here on YouTube. Guys, I truly appreciate you once again. I am going to go ahead and get out of here in this live. I truly appreciate you for rocking with me, but most importantly, I appreciate you for being DC for life. This is your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan, and I don't sound like Law Nation, you hater. Y'all have a good Friday. I'll check y'all later. Peace. What the hell? Lord.